for us, everything's just authentic. Everything comes from my career, and what we've learned is that trying to help as many keepers as possible. If he learns it from that and doesn't do that same mistake in the rest of his career, then it's worth every second of doing it.
Goalkeepers, welcome to another edition of the Keeperstop.com Goalkeeper Show. Today's guest, friend of Keeperstop, Lee Robinson, co-creator of the modern day GK. He is a master in distribution, side volley king, and social media phenom.
Yeah, we're excited to have Lee on. We've got 4 segments in today's show. Why don't you give us the first 2?
First segment, Sterling Save of the Month from February. So top 4 saves, Lee's gonna give his feedback. Second, one I'm really proud of is that mistake, the development opportunity. We're gonna break down the mistake. Lee's gonna give his feedback. What else we have?
Third, we've got the quick tip of the month, and that's coming from Lee himself on how to do a side volley. Stay tuned for that.
Should I stretch for that?
You should absolutely stretch for that. And then finally, we've got the product showcase of the month, some new stuff in a Keeperstop. So excited to get going. We want to see some comments on those saves. I want to see some ratings out of 10, okay? But let's get over to Lee. Let's start these saves.
To learn a little bit more about Lee, he's the co-creator of the modern day GK. He's the master of the ping, but he was an ex-professional footballer. We are talking about a goalkeeper that played for the Rangers, played for a lot of other Scottish First Division teams, FA Cup appearances. So definitely a goalkeeper and a goalkeeper coach that we're happy to have on the program. So Lee, welcome.
Well, thanks for having us, Christian. Paul, great to see you. And first time I've saw the 2 years together and done this, so really good to see us.
Unfortunately, we're both in the same COVID bubble, so
can't get rid of each other.
Exactly. So no, we appreciate having you on. I mean, what we want to go over right now with you, and this is the integral part of the show, is the best saves submitted by the goalkeeper community. Take it away.
Saves of the month. So we got the 4 best saves from each week in February, and then we're going to pick out the best save that's already been voted on, but we want to know what Lee's best save is. So let's get stuck into it. The first save we've got here is from Kyle. It was submitted in February, so this was Save of the Week, week 1.
Oh, that's my type of save. I love the guy, Pat Jennings, who played years ago. I've been introduced to him lately, and he does that all the time. And Gobler, these are the guys that I'm seeing. How many times do you see that type of save these days? Nobody.
That's it. You don't see that anymore. I mean, I remember watching Neville Southall. When he'd make a dive and full stretch save, he'd hold onto the ball, and that's what's impressive about this one. Is not only the reach, but the hold.
Exactly.
You know?
And of course, you've got to take everything into consideration: the weather, whether it's greasy surface, all that, wind. But the fact that you don't see at any level now people doing that. So I think that's definitely my type of save. But like I said, he'll be criticised because he's turned into face his goal. But then that is how you do it. It's impossible to do the perfect shape and the perfect save. And of course, everybody wants to tap the ball in the perfect line, but it just doesn't happen like that. You see Edison and Neuer take similar balls to that on the ground. They'll end up facing their own goal. But the textbook guys will be saying, you cannot do that. But it's Neuer and Edison who does it. So for me, that's different class. I absolutely love that type of save. And that's what I don't see it enough these days, and I just so definitely the best so far, but it'll take some beating as well.
Yeah, that is only save number 1. I mean, truly, as you were saying, as a goalkeeper coach, we love the goalkeeper holding onto the ball. Forget about parrying that out of bounds, and then you got to deal with a corner kick. Great footwork, great hold. Move on, and now they're on the attack.
Exactly.
It's great.
Exactly, it's.
Well done, Keeper Kyle.
Brilliant, Kyle. Well done. I love that.
All right, Lee, we're looking forward to your feedback on this next one. Coming in from Luis Gutierrez. Let's roll it.
He looks quite close to the near post, which obviously it's worked out really well for him. But a lot of the time when somebody's so wide, like the wider you are, especially when it's on the outside foot, so from the left, on the left foot, you would be a little bit more in a crossing position, but his position's worked out really well from there. He couldn't have affected the cross anyway, to the fact that he's there and spun in and made a great save. But it's, I think you've got to just talk about the reflex. Really, it's brilliant reflex, and if a top goalie made that save, I think they'll be talking about it for a long time. So loads of pace on the ball, 5 yards out, 6 yards out, and it's like a bullet header in it. So quality of the video, I can't really see as much, but it looks brilliant there.
Yeah, I think that's what's impressive about the save, is just how quick his reactions are to get it over the bar. Because from that range, I mean, that striker's probably already thought it's gone in. You know, from such a close distance from that header to make that save, pretty impressive.
Coming back across.
You want to block it. You want to just block that. Never mind.
Right.
Do enough to get it out of safe, parrying into good areas, and that is like, it's there's no better area to put in, because there was nowhere near you could have got out for the throw in. So to play it over the bar, he just got enough on it, and it was it's brilliant. That different class.
It's just, I think, the important thing for us to notice, great save, but, you know, goalkeepers, goalkeeper coaches, important thing to train and recognize is shot, save position, and crossing position. But at the end of the day, keeps it out of the back of the net, right?
I'm the biggest one, Christian, for I don't want the goalie just to sit back and be happy to deal with a shot. We like proactive, that go and make a difference, stop the header from happening, take it off someone's head, and then go and distribute it in a good area. And it's literally from defence to attack, and could be usually if someone has a header from that distance, it's a goal, innit?
Yeah,
it's a brilliant save.
9 times out of 10, that's in. So let's get on to save 3, which comes from Izadi.
Oh,
That's a class save right there.
That's a great save.
that's the thing about this, isn't it? You see, I don't know what level it is, but it's you just wouldn't see a save like that, would you? So close, coming back the other way, and it is going top corner, innit? And to be able to adjust your feet and put it over, not a parry, is it? It's putting it into a great area out for a corner. It's safe, and that's ridiculous, that, isn't it? For the way he's been going the wrong way and being able to go back and get such a strong hand over the bar, that's brilliant. That.
Yeah, I think that was what was impressing me the most, was that 9 times out of 10 you're expecting that striker to just open his body up and put it in the far corner, and he's leaning that way, and he still manages to adjust his body position and throw himself and get it over the bar.
Strikers are told, aren't they, to go across the goalie, but I think that's brilliant, that, like the way he's been able to. It's when you're going one way, if your weight's going one way, it's so difficult to go back the other way, and I think that's exactly what he's done there. And he's not just made the save or got a touch, he's actually put into a safe area out for a corner. And it's another one where any of these are at the top level and they're spoken about for a long time. So 3 so far have been 3 different saves, haven't they? But they've been brilliant.
Last but not least, save number 4 comes from a sandy pitch, faraway lands. We believe the pronunciation is Jeremy or Jeremy. Love the passion on this save. Love to see and hear your reactions, Lee, on save number 4.
Right, so it's a free kick, wide on the left. Right footer. I'm not sure about how many's that in the wall. 5.
He's got 5. He's got 5 and a referee with jeans.
He's pushed what? Oh, right, that was the ref. 4 on the wall. That's where I was worried. Brilliant. He's moved his feet so well. But what? Of course, you can say that he's a bit close to his near post and 4 on the wall. But I think he's took a step early, made it more difficult for himself. But it's so good to go back the other way. Athleticism looks brilliant. But just looks, that's football, innit, around the world. Soccer, it's played on, is it sand? And just people just playing because they love playing football. And of course there was the technique. It was good technique, and he looks really springy. But of course you'll have your coach and the textbook guys saying, "Oh, he could have done this." I think 4 on the wall's a bit much wide area, but it's that's football, innit? It's just amazing to see. Like, I don't know where they're playing, but on the sand, it's harder to move on the sand, of course. And but it was great athleticism, brilliant save. He's done great, and that's why people play football for that, don't they? That's what it should be like.
Yeah, you love the passion. I mean, this is us playing with our friends. You know, it's not about the big stadiums or the equipment deals. This is for the love of the game, and this is why this was picked. This is why this was picked by a number of goalkeepers for the save of the week. It's the passion. That's what football, soccer embodies around the world.
Oh, no, it's like a game like that played wherever it is in the world. And then now, through you guys, it's been seen by people in America, in Europe. And I just think it's the power of social media is amazing, but it's brilliant for him. He might never have had a save going viral, but now it's amazing what he's done there, and it looks like he's got good potential.
Absolutely.
So we've seen the great aspects of February, the top 4 Sterling saves of the month. Now, Lee, we're going to put your goalkeeping prowess to the test. All right,
I don't have to choose, do I?
Hopefully,
You will have to, yeah.
Hopefully that, you can give us some great insight on which one you think is the best. So, which one was your favorite out of the 4 of them?
Well, if you go for the 4 of them, the first one was obviously amazing catch. Not many goalies attempt to catch a ball these days, but diving, moving your feet, I think it's brilliant. My type of save. The second one was amazing reflex from like 5-6 yards out, and then the third one similar reflex going the other way, and then obviously that one at the end where it just sums up what football is, isn't it? It's just that's the passion. That's what everybody wants to play, and that's a lot of people are playing on the pitch. So I think they're all brilliant in their own ways. Because I'm all about catching, handling, making things look easy, stuff like that. Not textbook. It's got to be the first save.
Keeper Kyle is Lee Robinson's favorite choice. So
the Keeperstop community did speak though, and their vote came in, and it was a landslide for the third save, Izardi, which is the one where there's leaning one way, goes back, pulls it out the top corner, tips it over the bar. But I think any of those saves could have won, and I mean I particularly like the one where he held the ball as well, because you just don't see it that often anymore.
It's because you don't see it often, and I'm all about making things look easy, handling. I think you see amazing reflex saves all the time, but how many times do you see? So of course the third save was unbelievable, the way he's gone one way and back the other. He's got enough on it to put it over the bar, but I think it's just all about what you see. You don't see enough catching. I think there's nothing better than seeing a goalie catch a ball and it's struck at pace, and I think it's great. So well done, excellent, Carl.
For our next segment is the goalkeeping development opportunity. So this is where we have goalkeepers submit their mistakes so that pro coaches such as Lee Robinson can utilize his expertise as a coach and as a player to give his feedback, his evaluation. So we want to thank Stefan for submitting his mistake. And really what this is a development opportunity. And this mistake brought to you by Cobra Kai. Now let's play it.
What's a great ball in between?
Ooh.
Oh, it's nasty, isn't it? I think it's one of the hardest parts of the game, isn't it? Did he get a red card for that?
He did get a red card.
Sent off. Hit the showers.
First of all, I think it's great that he's been positive, and too many goalies just sit back in the line. So, but as long as you learn from the mistake, I think you've got to, as a goalkeeper, you've got a second to assess the flight, the ball, everything about the ball. So it's so difficult, but for me it's about just assessing it and waiting that little bit longer. But of course it's cost him a lot. It's three game ban, it could be a red card, free kick 20 yards out. So but the most important thing, learn from that mistake and just give yourself a little extra second next time, and go fast after assessing the options and the flight of the ball.
So for me, right, if you're Stefan Avansky, what you're trying to look at, right, is, the speed and location of the ball. Can he get there, right? Is it going to be a 50-50 ball? And he's outside his box, right at the top of his 18. So can he get there? Can he clear it? It really truly is assessing risk versus reward, right? And that was very risky. And as you said eloquently, Lee, it's a learning opportunity. For me, also, you're not only assessing the flight, the pitch, whatever, but also the location of his defenders. You can see in the clip that his defenders, when he's there, are great. They're covering behind him. So there is pressure on the ball. So he doesn't have to come because there's pressure on the ball.
That's when it becomes your fault. If it's only the striker, he's on his own, and you come out, and you flatten him, then you just say, well, he would have been in anyway. But the fact that you've come out what people have got to remember is that this happens in the English Premier League, in the Spanish League. Top goalies make these decisions. So never ever feel bad about it. These guys that are getting 300,000 a week are doing it. So never feel bad, but learn from it. And if he can learn from that, I don't know how old he is, but if he's 18, 19, if he learns from that and doesn't do that same mistake in the rest of his career, then it's worth every second of doing it. So never regret it for me, just learn from it. And but it's where the defenders are, like you said, Christine. You've got to assess where they are and if there's pressure on the ball.
Yeah, that's great. So great feedback from Lee Robinson, former pro. I mean, Lee's coaching goalkeepers at the professional level now, so definitely something that Stefan could take to heart.
Yeah.
What does Stefan win?
Stefan gets a $50 gift card to spend on Keeperstop. So Stefan, get in touch with us. I'll organise all that for you, mate. So
keep your head up, Stefan.
There you go. See, I mean,
money out of my pocket.
It was worth sending in for the learning opportunity because you got your reward for it. But that plays in nicely to our goalkeeper question from the community for Lee. So Lee, yesterday I think we had some questions come in on our Instagram feed, and we picked the best question to ask you. So this question came from Brian O'Regan, a nice Italian name there. So Brian asked you, what is an integral part of a goalkeeper's game which is often overlooked?
So I think the obvious one is the mental side. Personally, for me, my whole career, I didn't do one session on one-on-ones. I didn't do one session on balls off the top. But the mental side is probably 95%.
It was a few years ago.
What?
It was a few years ago, but yes.
95% of the game, I would say, was mental. You're involved in the game. Like, you'll do 95% of your training on your handling, and the game is probably 1% of the game might be your handling.
Yeah.
So I think, but the mental side is about 95%, and I think you're better off having a bad goalie who thinks he's great and good mentally than a great goalie who doesn't realise it. And
that's a great point right there.
Yeah. Definitely, I've realised that somebody who goes in there, never played in goal in their life, but walks around like they've played all their life, against somebody who's loads of talent but a bit nervous, they're getting the ball on them all the time. So I think the mental side, there's not enough advice. I never got any advice my whole career, and I worked with some supposedly top goalie coaches with a good club. Never got any advice that I give. Everything that I give now is from my experiences and the underachievement, the failures. But definitely the mental side, but there's a lot of areas that aren't worked on, and there's a lot of areas that coaches can't improve in goalkeepers. So mental side, definitely, I would say.
Yeah, the game is a marathon, right? It's 90 plus minutes, and we're training in goalkeeper specific environments. You're training a save, a catch, or maybe a second save. But we're not training the ebbs and flows of the game. We're not training how to recover from a mistake at minute 1 when you have 90 minutes left, you know.
Oh, it's horrible, because I would have just chucked it then. I just used to think, what is the point? But what's the point? You've got another 10 years of your career left. You've got 89 minutes of the game left, and you've got people relying on you. So forget about it, learn from it, and move on. And I ruined so many games and weekends and weeks and the next game from dwelling on mistakes and thinking, what's the point? It's absolutely crazy, and hope anybody out there doesn't waste 1 minute doing it, because it's absolutely pointless. And got to realise that all these so-called top goalies are doing it every week. So never ever worry, and cherish it really, and think, this is good it's happening now, because I want to make sure it doesn't happen in the future.
Lee, we appreciate you being on here. Because of your experience, we'd love to have you have the floor for 30 seconds, a minute. Tell us what you're working on and what you're developing.
Need longer than that to talk about goalkeeping. What we're doing. Now, the main thing for us at the minute is we've brought out a handling glove, and we're going to make it a training glove now. The difference it makes to people, I think it's amazing. We've had the nicest thing from Benjamin Lecomte, the Monaco goalkeeper. He absolutely loves it, and I think it's just amazing. Somebody at that level you have these goalkeeper coaches who's never played, who'll say, oh, what's that all about? But then you get a guy like Benjamin who believes in it, and it's basically, it might stop people from buying gloves as much, but It lasts.
Cut. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, we love to learn a little bit more about it. I mean, you told us it's sold out instantaneously, so it's got to be great. And I do want to give you a little bit more props. I mean, you don't sell yourself well enough. I mean, what you're doing for the goalkeeper community, we appreciate here. You're not only a social media star, which matters these days, right? You're helping influence, youth goalkeepers. You're inspiring goalkeepers, but what the modern day GK is about is you're developing a holistic goalkeeper. I love your strength and conditioning packets. I love the side volley, the distribution. You look back at your video clips. I mean, you are one of the originators of the ping. I mean, I wish I could hit a ball like that. So we appreciate what you do for the goalkeeper community. We highly suggest you guys checking out the Modern Day GK. And keep in contact with Lee. But is there anything else you'd like to share with the goalkeeper community?
No, just thanks for having us on. Thanks for everyone's support. We've got a lot of followers in America, and I love being out there. But for us, everything's just authentic. Everything comes from my career and what we've learned as four brothers, and trying to help as many kids, many keepers as possible. I spent 95% of my career miserable bugger. It's an amazing career to have, and I just don't want any other guys to do the same, whether it's professional level, amateur, anything. So,
Lee, thanks for being on, mate. We appreciate the support coming on and giving us your feedback on the saves. We love what you're doing there with the Modern Day GK and the team. So we'll get all the information up on the screen for you to follow Lee's page. Thanks for being on, mate.
No, thanks, Paul. Thanks, Christian. Great to see us, and thanks for having us. And all you goalies out there, never worry about making mistakes. It's I made a couple as well.
Cheers, Lee. So we're going to get a distribution video up on the screen now for you. Lee was kind enough to leave it with us, so give that a watch. Great video from Lee there, really breaks it down nicely so you can practice at home and get better at your side volleys. Right now we're going to go into the Keeperstop product showcase featuring 2 new products here at Keeperstop. Christian, why don't you start us off?
Justin, the new Royce. So obviously Royce in our estimation is the best in finger protection. And so I wanted to showcase the new Attract Free Gel Fusion Orthotech Goaliator. That is a mouthful, but this is the best of the best in finger protection. Brand new, just in. This is patented finger protection. This is worn by Chesney, the Juventus goalkeepers. He helped design it, wears it. So finger protection is worn by the pros as well. It's a patented, tried and tested finger protection system, removable through the backhand. And why they call it the free gel, in case you're wondering, is the free gel is this material in the backhand. It's this embossed rubberized material, and it really is replacing the punch zone. So it gives you a little bit more protection, still giving you tons of flexibility, which is important in finger protection. So does, as I said, fit true to size. I can pull this glove on and off with ease. I love the pull loop. So
how does it feel when it's on the hand? Is it comfortable? Yeah,
it's flexible, it's lightweight. I mean, I feel like I have control of the glove and the ball when I catch it. And again, what's important to me, catch ready position, flexible, lightweight. I don't feel like that I got to really concentrate on squeezing that ball. So well done. We think this is going to be a popular model. What's important is, like, what do you guys think of this? Do you like the color? Do you like the new Royce logo?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a new update. So material is new. There's a lot of new features of this. Watch the review. You can see it after this. But again, this is the Attract 3 Gel Fusion Orthotech Goalieator.
Nice new addition to the lineup at Keeperstop. So I too am going to feature a Royce glove, and it is the Pure Contact Fusion. This is the newest in the lineup for the Pure Contact range, which we were up to 3, Pure Contact 3, so this is number 4. Got a snazzy new yellow backhand, and it's got the R-Grip Fusion foam, which is what you get on Christian's Orthotech Goalieator there as well. Really do like the way the glove feels and fits. The Pure Contact range has always been a great fitting glove. But the Free Flex backhand, it's nice breathable neoprene, it's comfortable, it fits well on the hand, and for style points, I think they've done a great job with the glove. 108 at keeperstop.com. Lovely new addition to the Pure Contact lineup.
Yeah, don't sit on this. If you like the color, you like the style. For me, what's important about this glove is everybody wants a minimalist glove, but I love you have negative cut features as well as roll finger characteristics. So you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting that close custom fit, and you're getting a lot of latex to ball contact. We think this is going to be a dynamite seller.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the best gloves in the Royce lineup, in my opinion. Goalkeepers, that was the product showcase of the new gloves we've got here at Keeperstop. Some nice additions to the lineup. We want to know what you think of those new gloves. Is there anything new you want to see on the next episode of the Goalkeeper Show? Leave them in the comments below. You got any final thoughts, Christian?
Now, again, each and every month we appreciate your involvement. We are only as good as the saves that you submit, whether they're the great saves, tap hands, blocks, down to the mistakes, because again, we want to hear from you. And this is important information and content when we're dealing with the professional goalkeepers. Let us know who you want to see on the show. Is there a social media icon, a goalkeeper coach, or a player that you want to see? We'd love the suggestions. So again, as always, from Paul and Christian at Keeperstop.com, we are pleased and here to serve you. Make sure you subscribe and follow us. Thank you for watching.